Hi guys, my name is Chaimae. I'm from Sephora Powell Street, San Francisco, a color consultant. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me to achieve this pretty glam fall look. If you want to learn how to get this look, keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is using the Quick Fix HYDRACHARGED Complexion Prep Priming Spray by Urban Decay. This product smells like vacation. It's so beautiful, and also it helps keeps my skin very hydrated and super ready for makeup. Now I'm going to use, of course, which is a must-do, is the Mineral Face SPF 30 Matte Tint from COOLA. This is a really great product if you have normal, combination, or oily skin. It's going to basically help prep my skin as well and protect it from any sun damage. Now I'm moving on to my favorite primer at the moment, which is the No Problem Primer. Finally, I said it correctly. It's by Touch in Soul. This primer is really nice. It's gonna basically blur any imperfections, also any texture, fine lines in pores, but it's still really lightweight. So it's not gonna clog your pores throughout the day. Absolutely love it, you should try it. Then of course, I'm going to use my lip oil by Hourglass, which will help hydrate my lips. Moving on to the complexion, I'm going to be using the Ultimate Coverage Foundation by BECCA, and I absolutely love this foundation just because it gives me a natural finish with a really nice coverage. And the color I use is Tan. I'm going to be applying it with my 95 Pro Sephora Collection brush. This brush is really nice because of its density. It will give you a medium to full coverage, but it's also very feathery from the edges, which will help sheer out the complexion. I really like this brush, and it's a must. And as you guys can see, if you are like me and you have a little bit of discoloration, this foundation is literally gonna cover everything for you. You would not need to use a color corrector on everyday basis. You can just use it alone and it's gonna do you the job. For my under eye area, I absolutely love using Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer from Sephora Collection. The color I use is Pecan Pie. This concealer is so nice. It does not crease throughout the day and it gives you a medium coverage. You can of course sheer it out if you want. Otherwise, it's a beautiful product if you are, suffering from dark circles like me. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm not really using it damped, but I'm just spraying a little tiny bit of that Quick Fix by Urban Decay. I like it to do it this way because it gives me more coverage as opposed to when you use it damped. And I'm just going to use patting motion on my under eye area to blend my concealer and make it seamless looking. Using my Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Just to set my makeup, I'm not really gonna bake my under eye area or anything like that since it's gonna be a little bit heavy for me on a daily basis. I will just use a brush and kind of set it and make everything just super long lasting. And I am applying this with a brush from Sephora Collection Contouring Uncomplicated Brush Set. And this is a great brush for setting your under eye area. You can use it for contour. I like to use it for my under eye area because of its density and of its shape, because it literally touches every little corner on my under eye area. Moving on to the brows, which is the most important part, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in dark brown. And applying it with my number 20 brow brush from Sephora Collection. I like to start from the tail of the brow. That's where I like the most product to be. And then I work my way inwards. Also throughout the application, it's really good to brush your eyebrows just to blend the product so it looks more natural. Here I am using my Photo Finish Lid Primer by Smashbox. I love this primer so much. It's the only primer that really works for me and does what it says, which is making my eyeshadow long lasting and giving it a better color payoff. And the color of this primer is light, and I'm just blending it with my finger. You can use a brush if you want, but I prefer my finger personally because I have more control. And here I'm gonna move to the eyes, and I'm going to be using the Tarlette in Bloom Clay Eyeshadow Palette by Tarte. I'm going to start with the color Charmer with a flat brush, number 15 from Sephora Collection. And I'm just going to be applying it all over my lid, hidden towards the brow bone, so it can open my eye more. And now I'm gonna move to the next color, which is called Smarty Pants with my 19 brush from Sephora Collection. It's a beautiful blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and just start applying it on the crease and give my eyes more shape and make my eye crease deeper and also bigger. And you want to blend it in circular motions You want to take your time with it. You don't want to be so rushed because you want it to look like skin. Now we're going to go to a darker color, which is called Rebel, in the same palette. With the same brush, number 19, I'm going to start putting it on the outer corner of the eye just to give me more 3D look. You can blend it a little tiny bit upwards just to give a little bit of definition and depth to the eye. This technique will as well work really nicely for hooded eyes, so feel free to try it out at home. And I'm going to with Smarty Pants. We're going to go to the bottom lash line. Here I'm using my number 15 brush again. We're going to define it more so it can be more suitable for what's going on the lid. And this is super easy. You don't really want to be like just putting one color. You want to have that degradation and that classification for the colors so it can look 3D. Now going again with the Rebel, which is a warmer color, and we're going to add more to the bottom lash line. As I said, just we were doing on the lid, we're going to do the same thing when it comes to the bottom lash line. Now I'm going with a beautiful warm, like darker red, earthy tone. I'm going to be using it very close to my lash line so it can give me more depth and it can lift the eye. This is the most important shade, and you really want to blend this one very well because this is what's going to lift your eye for you and give it more of a sexy cat eye shape. Then going back with the same blending brush, which is number 19, and just blending everything together, making sure it looks very soft and flattering. Perfect, so we're done with the eyes. Now it's time for the mascara. We're going to give some life to my lashes. I'm going to be using the Aucoin THE VOLUME MASCARA. I love this mascara so much. This is honestly my favorite of all time. Why? For two reasons. First off, it gives me a lot of separation, volume and length. The brush is very small, so it gives me more precision to my eyes, and I can reach each individual lash just because it really does help make the look very nice. However, if you are not a lash person, you can totally stop here and just make sure that you are applying multiple coats. We're going to do a little bit of the bottom lash line as well. I love a clumpy bottom. I think it looks so beautiful with something like this. It's not so perfect, so I personally love it. But if you are not a fan of it, I know a lot of people don't like it, so I would totally just go with a little bit. But personally, I love a clumpy bottom. It gives me that very spidery, spiky look to the eye. Perfect, so my favorite part, the part where every makeup look just goes to the next level, which is the eyelash part. I'm using the Blinking Beauté Premier Silk Collection in Bomb Sick. These are my favorite pair of lashes. I wear them pretty much every single day. I used to not be a person that loved to wear lashes, but recently, since I've tried this one honestly, I have fallen in love. I like the fact that the band is cotton, so it's not gonna feel heavy. It's very stretchy and adjustable to the eye, and also it's gonna give you the perfect long wear throughout the day. After the glue gets tacky a little tiny bit, you wanna go ahead and place them. You wanna look down, of course, because you don't wanna close your eyes completely because that will not give you the perfect match to the eye. And just press them with your fingers to make them secure. Now to amp up the look a little tiny bit, I'm going to use Funny Girl from the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to just put it in my inner corner. This will totally transform the eye look. This is a very important step. Please don't forget it. This will just help open up your eye, also give you that beautiful length and sexy finish to the eye without even doing any liner. With the same color, you want to put a little tiny bit on your brow bone. This will help as well give you that beautiful glow to the brow bone and also lift up the brows. Now I'm going to go ahead and warm up the face. I'm going to use the bronzer powder by Sephora collection. And the color I'm using is Costa Rica. And I'm using it with a brush from the Contouring Uncomplicated brush set from Sephora collection. And of course, I am wearing a scarf, so you guys don't have to just put it wherever I put it. Usually when I'm at home and I'm not wearing my scarf, I would put it all over my forehead and also my temples. Here I'm using the Makeup Forever New Artist Face Color Highlight in Sculpt. I'm gonna start with my S16 color to sculpt my face and really make my cheekbones pop. And I'm using my brush from Sephora collection, number 79 brush. Everybody has to have this brush if you are looking to learn how to contour or to contour your face. So I like to add it right in the hollows of the cheeks, a little bit on my nose tip, and a little bit on the forehead. Of course, every face shape is different. If you have an oval face shape, these might be the perfect places for you to put your contour in. I'm going to use the color S310, S310, and I'm just going to place the blush color on my cheeks and blending it upwards to give me more of a lift to the face as well, so it can support our contour. So here I'm going to be using my 98 Sephora collection brush from Sephora, and I'm just going to use it to blend everything together so it looks very soft. The brush has to be clean. You don't want to use any brush with any other products on it. And I'm going to go with the color H108. Now I'm going to go with that small brush that I used to set my under eye area. It's from the Contouring Uncomplicated brush set from Sephora collection, and just highlight the sides of my nose and pressing it on my under eye area, almost on a, I would say maybe on a triangle motion. This will help just sculpt my nose as well and make it more skinnier, and also highlight my under eye area and give me more space there. You can as well add a little tiny bit on the forehead, on the centers of the nose, and also a little bit on the chin. So with my 98 Sephora collection brush, I'm going to go with the KILLAWATT Freestyle Highlighter from Fenty Beauty by RIHANNA. This one is in shade Mean Money in HUSTLA Baby. If you are more into light, very soft highlights, you can use the lighter shade. If you are more into highlighters and glowy skin like me, you can totally use the darker shade. I chose to mix them just because I like both of them, and I think they really make a beautiful finish. So in between applications, I love to refresh my skin with the Quick Fix HYDRACHARGED Complexion Prep Prime and Spray by DECAY. I like to fan my face because you definitely want it to dry right away. Now that my lips are very hydrated from the lip oil, I'm going to wipe it off so it can be ready for my next step. Now moving on to the lips, by Smashbox I will be using the Always Sharp lip liner, and I'm using the color Nude Medium. This is a very, very nice lip liner, honestly. It's self-sharpened, so every time you try to use it, it will sharpen itself, which is great. Also, it's super long wearing and water resistant. Just so I can see the line of my lips, and I just start from the outer corner until the center. I don't typically like to overline my upper lip, but I definitely do overline a little tiny bit my bottom lip, just because it gives me that beautiful poutier look. But it's up to you if you want to do that. Here I'm taking my Tom Ford Ultra Rich Lip Color in Revolve Around Me. This lipstick is so hydrating, it smells so good as well, and also it lasts for a good amount of time. If you are not into matte lips completely, you can totally use this. It will give you a juicier look to the lips. I like to call them the approachable lips. Great for bridal makeup too. I use it a lot on my brides and they always love it. Now to amp it up a notch, I'm just going to be using the Fenty Beauty by RIHANNA Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer. This will just give you more of a gloss if you love a glossy lip like me. And now I'm just using my number 20 Sephora collection brush with a little bit of a darker shade. And I just like to enhance and kind of like draw back my mole, just so the skin can look very natural and not completely covered. I feel like whenever it's covered with foundation, it just looks like a pimple, and I don't like that. So I'm going to spray myself once more just because I love this product so much. I also like to carry this with me in my bag all the time in case I feel like refreshing my skin. And to finish up the whole look, we need a beautiful fragrance. Therefore, I'm using Tocca Gioliita Travel Spray. I love this fragrance very much. It's very light, it's very approachable as well, and it's not too overpowering. Okay guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and you also learned something new. Make sure to comment below what would you like to see next and what did you think about this video. Also, make sure please to subscribe to Sephora YouTube channel for more videos, and also my own YouTube channel at Chaimae. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!